Stop comparing yourself to everyone else.
So Monday today, we are going to drop all our parcels off at the post office. We had a pretty decent weekend in terms of value, but not a heap of sales. So I want to run you through 3 scenarios and exactly why you shouldn't compare yourself to anybody else when you're looking on Instagram or YouTube, because there's so many different models and you can make money all different ways. So we're going to go through 3 different models here. We're going to go through the high ASP, we're going to go through the bulk turnover, and we're going to go through RA to see what the differences are in profit, so you guys can get an idea and work out what's going to be best for your business. Let's go.
Scenario 1, the high average sale price.
Yeah, so this is the exact thing that happened to us on the weekend. We sold 30 items with a high ASP. The ASP on this was around $63, so very good weekend. So 30 items we sold for $1,919.40.
Okay.
We paid 15% fees, so $287.91. We obviously paid the postage, which equaled out to $265.02. And our cost of goods on all that stock was $339.79. So after everything, we're left with $1,026.68, obviously pre-tax and cost of actually satchels and tape and all that sort of stuff. But we'll keep that consistent across all 3 scenarios. So you can see here that we only had to do 30 items to make $1,000. So very happy with that. Even if you scaled that back a little bit and it was only $25 profit per item, you'd only need to sell 41 items to get that total $1,000 in your bank after all your fees, shipping and cost of goods. So
okay, scenario 1.
Let's talk about the second scenario, bulk sales. So we all love seeing those gigantic stacks heading out the door.
Volume.
Yeah, volume. But you need to know what's in those stacks to understand that model. So most bulk sellers will be sort of having an ASP around that $20 mark, selling sort of, video games or books or DVDs at low prices, getting heaps of them turning out the door and trying to make their money that way. So if you look at an average sale price of $20, you have to pay $3 in fees, you have to pay $8 in postage, and your cost of goods, let's say you pay 50 cents. So for each item, you're making about $8.50. So to get that same value of the model we just did before, you're going to have to sell 120 items to get that $1,000 back. So obviously a lot more work involved, but if that's your model and you can turn stuff quickly, you might need some extra support like a VA, or you might want some extra space for that sort of model.
Something that's really fast to photograph.
Yeah, something quick, snappy, in and out the door, but you need to take that in consideration. So we all love the bulk model, but you have to be selling a lot of stuff to make the same sort of money. Scenario 3, we're going to jump into the other room and talk about wholesale and RA.
So let's use that same benchmark and talk about retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. If you're buying your stock from outlets or from online sales, then I would say you're probably looking at a best case scenario of doubling your money in a good case. So let's say that your average sale price was $60 for that kind of item and your cost of goods was $30. You're going to be looking at fees of around $9 and postage of probably an average of $8 per item, which means that you would need to sell 78 of those items to make the same amount.
Yeah, and not only that, you're going to be investing a lot more money to make that money as well. So that goes for the same with all this sort of Pokemon stuff. This is a wholesale contact. On this sort of stuff, we're only making 30 to 40% maximum. So
yeah, slimmer margins.
Yeah, so whatever you're looking at, just don't compare yourself to others. Work on your store. If you want to have a mix of all these sort of different avenues, that's great, because then you have, the fast turnover items, you have the higher ASP, and you're making a little bit of money on RA. So that's the sort of model that we go for. But the message today is don't compare yourself to others, because everyone's circumstances are different. Get out there and do what you can do, and hopefully we can all make some money online. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time on Aussie Thrifters. Bye for now.